Shall I be worried about drinking this on camera like that?
No,
like,
only.
yeah,
Issues.
But no. I'm not going to get in trouble being like.
Paid for this.
Not at all. It's fine. I'm doing it. I'll just cut. It's fine.
Just be me and you every now and then. Time for a break.
Product placement.
Have to have a little.
This is my Coke. I like to sip it. No. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Stephen and Joe show, which is a little bit different this week because we haven't got a Joe. But I am joined by Selina and Josh, who are from the band Cynotia. Say hello, guys.
Hiya.
Hello.
So, how are you? What are you guys doing? What's the band up to? What?
Well, half of us are here. The other half are, I don't know. One's in Reading.
Not now. I mean, gigs coming up, stuff like that.
Yeah, we've got. What have we got? 4th of May, we've got the Two Pigs in Cheltenham. We're playing with I the Lion and I think Novella Noise.
May the 4th, Star Wars Day.
Is that Star Wars Day?
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, God. I set that up, didn't I?
Yeah. So badly.
I didn't see it coming. And I really should have.
May the 4th's your next gig.
Yeah.
Go and check them out. You're online somewhere?
Yep, Cynotia.com.
And?
Facebook
/
Cynotia, SoundCloud /Cynotia, Twitter
for the nice people who are watching this who can't spell Cynotia.
Yeah, we were really, really special. It's Cynotia.
Cynotia.
Yeah, just to be awkward.
Did you find it difficult to find a band name?
Yeah, it was our biggest.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Was it?
It was
I'm thinking
there.
of a different band that I used to be in. No,
Yeah.
Cynotia.
You've had problems finding band names before.
Yeah, it's usually the hardest thing. But like Cynotia was started up by Josh and his brother.
Right.
Like years ago when he was like 15.
Really easy because we went. I can't think of anything. Dictionary.com. Oh, look what the word of the day is. Cynotia. So that stands out. That sounds apt.
And that's what it means. Something.
That's what it was, and then it was just we changed the spelling of it because it was a case of someone's more likely to have that if they spell it properly, and also it's spelt like Cynotia, and you could just imagine a lot of people going, "Oh, Cynotia." It's like
that's just purely because of where we live, though. Isn't it?
It is now, but where we were, we because our accent is Cynotia. It's just sha is what we say all the time. So we just changed the end to TIA. Instead of a SHA because it just
which makes
better.
sense.
But we get called all kinds of things. Like one woman that was interviewing us in London on a radio show, she was like, "Oh, I'll be having Cynotia on the show." And when we got there, we were like,
"That sounds like some sort of illness."
Yeah, but if you search Cynotia, how we've spelt it, eventually it comes up with these little mites that appear on dogs and cats in their ears, and we were like,
"Really?
This is gross." Like, but that's the first thing you do is Google search to see what comes up.
I was in a band called Frankenstein's Lobster.
That is an amazing band name.
We had an awful time coming up. I was sat here on the phone to one of the other guys in the band, looking around the room going, right, what two things can we put together to make a name that nobody has come up with before?
I suggested Plan B at the time.
Did you?
It was before.
Before.
Did you? They were like, "Nah, it's stupid." I was like, "Oh, okay."
At one point,
and now look what happened.
They said that was stupid, but at the same time, I pitched the Gary Coleman Experience, and apparently that one was fine. But they
we also had Token Wife.
Gary Coleman Experience. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, plus the amount of people who like Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman's in a band.
No.
Could you imagine?
And what's next for the band? Are you recording anything, or are you...
We've got a radio show coming up soon.
Which is when?
It's the 27th. No, that's April. No, 26th of June, I think it is.
So sometime in March, then.
Next year.
Next year.
At some point in time. We'll going to be doing that. But
that's with BRFM Radio in Wales.
Cool.
And they're going to be doing like a live kind of recording type thing. It's going to be broadcast live and you can watch it online. We'll be doing that, but then we're also in the process of sorting out our EP at the moment.
And what have you got a release date for it yet? Or
we're still working on like putting a lot of the parts together. At the moment, we do 4 or 5 of the new tracks live.
Right.
They still need a little bit of polishing on a couple of them. Unsaid's up. as a rough demo, just for free download on our SoundCloud and stuff. But yeah, we just need to we've got a lot of other rough demos that need to be polished and set in stone what we're going to do, and then go into the studio and record it all. Cool. We've got about 11 or 12
We've got enough
songs
for another album, basically, but it's just...
Are you going to record all of them, or
yeah, eventually we will.
Because I know a lot of bands don't and have songs that they just do live because it's expensive recording stuff.
Wow. Well,
that's why we don't tend to do a lot of like proper EP releases, like proper decent looking, and we'll do an album and then we'll just release a lot of our stuff for free to download, and then we'll just release an album again, because then it's a case of it's all there on one CD that we can afford to do properly and put out there.
Of course, yeah.
And in the meantime, here's a few free things to tide people over. And
it was all I needed. Trace the lines of your face with my fingers on the tabletop button. No, it's not enough, no, it's not your touch. I'm thinking of this like it's just for tonight. Da 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 da. By everything surrounding me again, all these feelings float on by me, wishing that you were here, fighting the tears that slide from my eyes tonight, feeling weightless and complacent, wishing that you were here. Like we're strangers, I don't recognize the lines on your face now, even in this life. So you've grown so cold, so I will not return home. Just another night, I'm thinking of this soul. Da 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 da. By everything surrounding me again, all these feelings float on by me, wishing that you were here, fighting the tears that slide from my eyes tonight, feeling weightless and complacent, wishing that you were here. Do 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 do. Wishing that you were here, wishing that you were here, wishing that you were here.
I should point out, I've still not played Skyrim.
Wow.
I know, but yeah.
Wow.
Silence.
And you have
I
that.
even bought it. At
You got it at the end.
We watched you buy it.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
That was ages ago. I've not even. I've downloaded it, and that's about it.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I've got lots of downloaded add-ons for things that, like, I've got a load of download add-ons for Fallout games, which I haven't played any of those. I've played the game, downloaded the stuff, and then not played it.
Stuff, and just never done it. But I loved Arkham Asylum.
You see them at the time and go, yeah, I've got the money, or I've got the points. I'll download that, and then just forget about it.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot of gameplay if you went through all of it as well, wouldn't it?
They're really long games, so
Fallout
crazy. They're worth their money, I guess, because you get
a lot of playability out of them.
But then I'm one of those people, I like short games because my attention span's terrible. But like, I started playing the Tomb Raider around Josh's house, and like, was instantly gripped. And so for me to be gripped on a game is quite a big deal. So
that's
it must be
pretty
good.
big endorsement.
It was pretty good with the. I mean, it does the whole quick time events and stuff like that. You know how with some games it's a case of press X, X, and then wait, X. Yeah, now I'm out of that part. Actually, it's got a lot more to it. I mean, it's still quick time events with buttons and stuff like that, but it gets you a little more infused with it, and crawling away and tapping all this sort of stuff. It really has actually made me, and it's definitely made you jump. I was in another room in my house, and I just heard, "Oh God!" and just like run into the room. It was like, "What's happened?" It's like, this guy jumped down. He was trying to kill me.
I think the character. I think she's a more believable Lara Croft, because like she just seems to get hurt, and like the way she reacts.
In
the
really the opening 5-10 minutes of the game, she has just had the. Yeah, she's been beating the crap out of her. She's taken so much. Yeah. It's unbelievable, and you're kind of used to this kind of like, I'm Lara Croft, and I'm just gonna, this obviously for a reason, and
because she's got guns, right?
I'm just gonna like, yes,
yeah,
that's what it is. A couple of very large guns,
a couple of big pistols. That's where we're.
No, you're just used to her acrobating herself out of danger, and on this, like the first when you first start playing, she's already like stabbed her, run herself through with things, and been set on fire. And
so you're starting as a disadvantage to begin with. So
but then it
kind of makes that whole survival aspect of it kind of like, and you instantly have a lot kind of, I suppose. It sounds weird because it's a computer game character, but you have a little bit more respect for that character.
Okay.
It's not a case of like, I'm Lara Croft, I'm privileged, and I'm going on an expedition because fuck you, that's why. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this, and like, oh shit, all this stuff's happening, and now I'm in trouble.
But my one problem with it is that with that many cuts and swimming through dirty water like she does, you would get an infection. It'd be
like, yeah, she's like I said, she's got holes in her, and she's done it, and then she's wading through water, and you see the dead bodies in it and stuff like this. And there's like parts where there's like pools of blood that she's been in. She's got cuts and scrapes all over it. By the end of the game, even if she survives and makes it off an island, the epilogue of it or whatever would be her laying in a bed dying from like dysentery or AIDS or something.
And yet she doesn't even get a cold.
So far, yeah, no, haven't fully completed it yet. It just, it has just, it's gripped me. But it's good.
Cool, that's Tomb Raider then. If people are interested, leave your comments below, and yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, the new Muppets film, it's available on general release. It's on DVD and Blu-ray, and probably on Netflix or something by now.
Probably.
Or if not on Sky or somewhere. You can get hold of it. Go and watch it. But I thought it was a really funny film, and it harks back to the old Muppet Show. But at the same time, if you've not seen the Muppets before, I think you can get that kind of.
I find that I watched back some of the older Muppet stuff since then. Yeah. And it's stuff like the songs in there are still they're fairly serious, some of the songs, whereas in the new one the songs are quite that keeps the comedy going within the songs still.
There's
as well.
some
But
brilliant
you've got,
the new one
Brett McKenzie's input from Flight of the Conchords,
won
and stuff,
an Oscar for Man or Muppet as well.
Yeah, that was a
brilliant,
and it was
song.
a great song.
I couldn't breathe through that song, and then when they brought out the guy from Big
Sheldon
Bang Theory,
Sheldon Cooper,
what's
his name?
it was brilliant. He suited it so well, and I was just like, and the fact that there was a cameo from Dave Grohl as well. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, can't fault that film.
And there's a great sort of sub storyline of Animal not playing drums all the way, and he's trying to give up playing drums, and it's just lovely. And I think the thing that you get out of the film is you just come away happy.
I think that's the point of it. It's a feel-good film, isn't it? And
Yeah,
it's
but I mean,
innocent and silly.
not in the sort of way that you watch a film and you go, oh, that's great, that's really good. That right now, let's get back to my boring life. I was happy for a good few days after I saw
you
the
kept
Muppets.
remembering it. And
Yeah,
it's stuck in your head as
and I
well.
wanted to see it again and again.
How many times did we watch Man or a Muppet
An
on YouTube?
embarrassing
When
amount
I
of
got
times.
the Blu-ray, I just kept going over it.
We literally came out of the cinema, went home, and then watching.
I bought
watching it on
I bought the
YouTube.
album as soon as I came out of the cinema. I had it on. By the time I got to the car, Man and Muppet had downloaded, and I was listening to it on the way
Brilliant.
home. I was that blown away by it. I just thought it was brilliant. And Rainbow Connection, which is an old Muppet song,
Yeah.
was done really well. And
Did you hear there was a compilation on the
Yeah,
lead
the
up to it with a
album.
lot of monobands and stuff covering stuff like that, and you've got Weezer doing the Rainbow Connection. It was
I didn't
Really
know.
good, and that was
Absolutely brilliant.
it was it
the
have
old
had
Muppet
Hayley
show.
Williams in it as well? I think
Yeah,
or was
Hayley
she on that
Williams
song or was she
did.
something else?
No, she was on that.
Oh, she featured
Yeah,
in
Green
that song.
Day as well did something, and they changed a lot of the songs to how they do it or how they would like it to be now.
Yeah.
And it was just a completely different spin on the music from the Muppet Show, and it was brilliant. I sat and watched. Cause they were streaming it at one point, the whole
Yeah.
album, and I just sat and listened to it.
That's
in
brilliant.
One go, and it was
I'll
really
have to
good.
see if I can get hold of
I
it
can't
somewhere, 'cause that
remember-
sounds fantastic.
It was on iTunes. I think it will still be there. But
Spotify, perhaps.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a look. Yeah, I've got an album upstairs actually, which is called Kermit the Frog Unpigged.
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 That's so cool.
Like the Unplugged thing, and the
Yeah.
front cover is like the Eric Clapton Unplugged
Amazing.
thing, only with Kermit on it with glasses and a guitar. It's fantastic. It's just got lots of old country and western singers doing songs with the Muppets. So they've got Jimmy Buffett doing a song called Hey Mr. Spaceman with Gonzo, and Don Henley and Kermit the Frog doing It Ain't Easy Being Green.
Brilliant.
Yeah, one of my favourite albums as a kid was my dad's vinyl of the Muppets, and I used to put it on all the time, and
Yeah.
my parents were fed up with it by the end of it. And then I stole it when I moved house. I was just like, I'm taking this. Like, that's not yours. It is now.
I've got. So that was this week's show. If you liked anything from it, then leave a comment below. Or subscribe, or tell us what you thought. You can follow us. I'm going to be bringing up the Twitter and our web address and everything in just a few minutes, and I'll stick all of Cynotia stuff in the comments in the description-y thing as well. Go and follow them too. They're great guys. We'll see you soon.